Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of the FE4 Tier List. And you may have heard it in the background noise, but I have a guest with me this time.
Greetings, everyone. This is the GreatRieck here.
Yeah, this rat bastard who, I'm not going to admit that he's better at me than at FE4, but he might be. Anyway.
Keyword is I am.
Shut the fuck up, you little bitch.
No,
Maybe I'll do an FE4 Iron Man and show your ass up.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh no, I would fail horribly. It's been like 6 months since I played this game outside of Binary. Anyway, so the first part of this is actually just going to be Rieck and I talking about my Gen 1 tier list. So...
Your Gen 1 tier list actually does look a fair bit accurate. I'm glad that you put Ira in B. I'm just going to say that, because people would fight you on this and try to put Ira on the... Okay, I'm just going to say this. I'm glad that you don't consider not having a horse just to be instant E rank.
I mean, okay, so I talked about it in the last video, but a lot of people really overvalue horses in this game, and shit like obviously you're not going to get into A tier without a horse very easily. But Aira and Lewin have such amazing combat that discounting them just for not having a horse is a disgrace.
Yeah.
So...
And I'm also just gonna say this, Quan being in B is a controversial take, but I can understand why, especially because he doesn't have Pursuit.
Yeah, I don't remember every reason I gave. I was a little bit out of it at the time. I think I rambled about Quan for like 10 minutes, but...
Yeah, but with Quan, but yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'm just pointing out the big ones that I definitely agree with first off, for purely combat, because Quan, he is really good, but here's the thing, he relies purely on a depth double with a heavy-ass weapon.
I think a major reason why I put him in B tier is because he uses lances, which cuts down his trigger rate for adapt.
Yes, exactly.
And he's inconsistent at doing his job of sort of serving as your Jagan in FE4.
Yeah.
Since, really, that's why he doesn't have Pursuit, is so that he can serve as your Jagan.
Right.
But he doesn't do a great job of that when he's like, I heard you say that you wanted to give this kill to Finn. Yeah, yeet.
Yep.
And then impaling an axe unit on his fucking thing.
Yeah. And, I'm gonna say I'm kind of surprised that you put Alec and Noish into A. I mean, I understand why, at the same time, I've always seen them as, like, low A, high B rank.
Yeah, the reason why Alec and Noish are so high up is because of their perfect availability, and they can use swords. Because I think that they both have B rank in swords, which is perfectly viable because they can use most weapons in the game with that. And, you know, they're just reliable units. They're not going to blow you away, but they'll do their job and they'll do it well. Noish is just less consistent than these two, but these three are all pretty comparable units.
Yeah. Also, forgive me, that's the work alarm that I always have on.
That's fair enough. Yeah, a couple of my placement... Aaron might be a little too high, but I don't really care. I really value what she does in Chapter 5.
Oh, Aaron in FE... Here's the thing, Aaron is super helpful from the moment she joins, because Flower Utility is kind of... Forgive me. But yeah, Flower Utility is good, even in this game, because you know that part where Talchu and Claude join?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can fly up to help them.
She is a reliable... Yeah. And also, her having, like, a good sword rank really helps.
Yeah, because I know that she can use, like, I think the wind sword at base. I think everyone can use the wind sword at base if they have swords, because I think the magic swords in this game are C rank?
Yeah, all the magic swords are C rank, but she can use, like, steel weapons if she wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Erin, she's pretty solid. It's just, she's an FE4 and she's a flyer. So she's not as good as she would be if she was in any other game.
Yeah, certainly.
Which isn't even talking shit about her. I mean, she's fucking B tier. I put her above Midir, and Midir's a great unit. He is so
Midir
slept
has
on.
Midir is slept on. Thank you. Like, here's the thing. Midir is often overlooked for Jomka because Jomka comes with the killer boat. And they often pair Jomka and Adine together.
Mm-hmm. Really, both of them are great options for Dean's kids. Because really, you need to focus on Lester more than Lana.
Lana's a healer. Lana's gonna be fine no matter what.
Yeah, even if sometimes she'll ass blast the game as soon as she promotes.
Yeah.
But
Pretty much.
Lana's an odd unit.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious, what does the hard to determine tier really mean?
It means I don't really know how to quantify what they do. It's healers, because staff utility in FE4 is really weird. It's really hard for me. I can't go like, oh, the warp staff exists. Yada yada, it's the best thing, and it's the best thing since sliced cheese, yada yada, fuck you. And then just slap them in S tier.
Honestly, can I just say I think Ethlyn belongs in C tier because unlike Adine, she actually has combat potential.
I do think that, because I only made this tier once I got to do. And I think I did put Ethlyn at like top of C tier originally.
Yeah.
But I just put her down here because really her staff utility is more important for her.
True. So, and I can understand why, honestly, I feel like hot cake Sylvia, despite not having good combat, but having the amazing utility of being a dancer, belongs in B tier.
I just don't know how to quantify how good Sylvia is, because she is really good, but there's a very real case that she's either S tier or D tier, depending on how you look at her.
That's true.
Because to really make her her best, you have to give her the leg ring and the night ring, which is resources that you probably want to give to other units if you can.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do give her that, she's as useful as fucking Top Daddy here.
Yeah.
And then another thing is I did my best to keep like how good of a parent they are out of it, which is why fucking Jamka's bottom of C rank.
Yeah, can I just ask you a quick question because we're about to enter Gen 2? How will we determine the kid? Like, do we consider their parentage for Gen 2?
I'm gonna try and go for like a general rating for them.
Okay, that's something I wanted to ask because that just popped into my mind.
I actually really wanted to have you on for a specific reason so that we can actually like have a discussion about what they're generally going to look like with just about any pairing versus their best pairing, aka what they're going to look like with any other unit versus what they're going to look like with Lex. So, because let's be honest here, Lex and Beowulf are the best stats in the game.
They are, because Lex passes down Paragon and Beowulf passes down Pursuit.
And they both just give great stats. Shit's
yeah.
wild. Anyway, but speaking of Gen 2, is there anything else you want to talk about with Gen 1? Or should we go ahead and move on?
I think we've got it all down. We've already spent about like 10-15 minutes talking about Gen 1.
Yep, just about 10 minutes. Alright.
I just generally agree with your stuff here.
Yeah, I really like the sort of curve I have.
Yeah.
Alright, so Salif.
I'd say he's like high B, maybe low A.
This, again, Salif, he doesn't give a shit about his parentage, really, because he's locked in, but he gives a shit about his inheritance and how much you used Deirdre whenever you had her.
Yeah, and, I mean, I'm someone that uses Deirdre a lot. This is not about personal experience. The general run of shit, Deirdre's not going to be used that often, because she's frail as shit. Most enemies she will fight, she's a, like, foot unit in a game.
Yeah. She's a lot like Tail 2, ironically, in how you use her.
Yeah, Tail 2 you have to,
get her to low HP and then...
them.
Yeah. Deirdre, if you get her to level 30 somehow, some way, dear God, if you get her to level 30,
I've done that.
I'm sure you have, you fucking dumbass. Like, okay, most people would go, is he better or worse than Sigurd? But I don't think you can compare Seliph to Sigurd because he doesn't even come with a mount, and most of the time you won't promote him until at least chapter 8.
People will be like, no, you always promote him at chapter 7 because you're supposed to give him the Paragon ring and leg ring. It's like, no, there's other people that could use that. Seliph has perfect availability just because, and here's the thing, promoting him at chapter 7 doesn't help because you're the first segment.
You're still stuck in the goddamn desert.
Thank you. Everyone's like, you should be promoting Seliph at the start of chapter 7. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You needed to cross the fucking desert. Good luck crossing that fucking desert with a horse. I know you can dismount, but what's the point of promoting him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Seliph, he's an interesting unit because he really does have a lot going for him. His base skill set is great. He gets fucking Nihil. Which, imagine how much easier this game would be if Sigurd had Nihil.
Oh god. Well, Sigurd's already a god among men as
The
Silver Sword.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
but
him...
But yeah, assuming pretty average inheritance, and, like, you got Sigurd to 30 and, like, Deirdre to maybe, like, 10. I don't remember her joining level.
Her joining level's 3.
So, let's say you get Deirdre to, like, level 6, 7. You run her through Arena twice, basically.
Yeah.
Then I'd say you could probably argue Seliph, like, up here.
Oh, yeah.
At his worst, he's probably, like, over here. Somewhere in here.
Actually, I'd say at his worst, he's still better than, like, 1.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But on average, I'd say he's, like, low A.
Yeah, I'd probably put him as better than Noish, if only because Pursuit.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And his perfect Gen 2 availability.
Mm-hmm. He's available from Chapter 6, Turn 1 to Endgame. So, or I guess in FE4 it's just called Final Chapter instead of Endgame.
Yeah.
For weird shit. Lana, I'm putting her in Northern Mom.
I can agree.
There's
the substitutes?
No, because I haven't used the substitutes enough to talk about them.
Okay, fair.
So we're just doing the kids in this one.
But yeah, Lana in hard to determine because healers in FE4 are weird as shit.
Yeah, because it's like, healing is fine, but you only need a B rank to use Recover, so literally every healer in the game can do perfect healing. It's just a matter of, how do you quantify the usefulness of Warp and Rescue?
Wait. Recover is B? I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it is. I looked it up in the last one. Yeah, I thought it was too.
Holy shitballs, you're right.
Yeah, I was so fucking confused when I saw that.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
But yeah, so that's why healing is so screwy in FE4.
Yeah, because everyone can use fucking Recover, which I don't remember if it's just full HP in FE4 or if it's just a huge amount. Cool.
Recover is full HP.
But yeah, so it's like you don't need a special healer to do that. What you need is like fucking Fortify or Physic, or how the fuck do you quantify the return staff?
Yeah, the return staff is like, oh, any healer can basically return someone to the castle.
Which, you know, if you... Someone who's not very good at the game would look at the return staff and go, what's the point of this? And then you get to the point, and then you get to the part, that part in Chapter 2, where Aaron is going down towards the home castle, and Lewin's on the other side of the fucking map.
Yeah. But
So, and then it's like, oh, that's what it's for.
also, can I just talk about real quick how inflated the numbers for heal in FE4 are?
Well, that's partially because HP overall is really inflated in FE4.
Oh, I know, but it's just so jarring to like I compare to other games. It's like
Yeah, it's...
heal is 20 plus magic, which in Gen 1 can pretty much fully heal you.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Healing in FE4 is just so easy. The problem really is all your fucking healers are foot units, and then there's Ethlyn and Nana. But we'll get to Nana later.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's actually going to end up on the main tier list because she's a great combat unit.
Yeah.
Speaking of great combat units, I don't think this is going to be controversial at all.
No, that is... Actually, I'm just going to... Yeah, I was going to say, put Larsa in front of Ira.
Yeah, Larsa, these three are the exact same unit, basically.
They really are.
These two depend a lot on their dad, on whether they'd be here or, like, here. But
on average, they still B rank. That's
yeah,
right.
they're pretty much the definition of what B rank is. They are phenomenal combat units. Ulster can be one of the most fun units in the series for me.
Ulster is... Here's the thing. Like, Larsa excels in the speed, while Ulster usually excels in his strength.
Mm-hmm. Ulster ends up with a shitload of skill and a shitload of strength. So it's like, oh, you just triggered Astra and one-rounded Arvis. Thanks.
Meanwhile, you've got Larsa, who's got skill and speed, so she'll use her... So she'll trigger Astra all the time, but will not always guarantee kill.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually will usually guarantee a kill, because she has decent strength, but nowhere near her brothers.
Yeah. These two are very similar units, but in the end game, they do very slightly different things.
Right.
But they're basically both just slightly upgraded versions of Aira. At the end of the day, that's just all they are.
Yeah, exactly. And Ira's already a top of like a B tier, a great B tier unit.
Yeah, these two will probably be better combat units right off the bat than Seliph.
Oh yeah.
Just because okay, so again, assuming that you did Aira Lex, these two will probably be your best combat units for the entire game until you get your Forsetti kid.
Oh yeah.
And Forsetti kid and Ares are really going to be the only two units that properly surpass them. Shannon, he's sort of iffy on whether he's going to be better than them or not, because really the only major advantage he has over them at all is Balmung.
Which is locked to him, which you do have to consider.
Yeah.
Because PRFs, you do have to actually consider.
Oh yeah, Shannon is going to get points for Balmung.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about him when we get
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there, because he's a bit of a... Let's just say we may not see another S tier until then. Actually, no, we probably will.
Fair.
Speaking of potential S tier, Oifi, I don't know where the fuck to put this guy.
I'm gonna say put him right above Noish.
That's fair. Because he is probably a little worse than Seliph.
Okay, the reason why I say below A tier is because yes, he comes at a higher level, he comes at a promoted class with good weapons, but here's the thing, he is the perfect Gen 2 Jagan because he helps your children grow while he does not exponentially grow if he levels up.
Yeah, granted, Oifi does have the beautiful feature of not sucking past Chapter 7.
Right, exactly.
Like, God, I hate that about some Jagans. They just... It's like, oh, they were good for 3 chapters. Oh, whoopsie daisy, there they go.
I mean, the thing about the Jagan, I've said this many times, is that they're supposed to fall off, but they're never supposed to outright suck.
Yeah. And that's really a problem that a lot of Jagans end up running into, is they're either really overpowered or they just suck ass the instant they aren't one-shotting things.
Yeah, exactly.
And Oifi, he does a really good job, because he can help you a lot and throughout the entire generation, really.
Yeah.
Do they have a separate Fen? Yes, they do. Awesome.
Oh yeah. But I was gonna point out for Oife,
Mm-hmm.
he also him and Shannon have a lot of conversations that give them stat boosters too, because they know that on their own they're not gonna be as good as the children that you kind of play eugenics with.
You genetically engineered these children to be perfected killing machines.
Yes.
But yeah, Oifi's just gonna be a good unit. He really is your Gen 2 Oifi. Not Oifi. God, yes, of course he's your Gen 2 Oifi, Matt.
Yes.
He really is gonna serve a similar purpose to Noish, ironically enough.
Yeah, he softens a lot of enemies, like even with the Armor Slayer, to my memory.
Mm-hmm.
The chapter 6 Armor Knights, he doesn't one shot or one round though.
No, I think he one rounds the Armor Knights, but I don't think he one rounds the fighters.
He doesn't. You're right, but he leaves them at like perfect kill shot for every single other ally, which is perfect.
Yeah, he's great for what he does.
Yes.
Anyway, Dermot, or Diarmuid, or whatever the
Put him
fuck.
next to his father, or put him next to Beowulf, because you think he's better than Alec? I can see that too.
Yeah, I think that he's better than Alec, just because. What does Alec do that Dermot doesn't?
I mean, Dermot does everything that Alec does, just better.
Just a
honest.
little bit better.
Yes.
He doesn't do it all as well as Finn does, but he does everything a little better than Alec.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And really, there's not a whole lot to say about Diarmuid. He's just a really good sword cav that you get at the beginning of Chapter 6, basically.
Yeah. Exactly.
And he'll do his job. His job goes bunk, bunk, and then he runs away.
Mm-hmm, because Kanto is an amazing skill in this game.
Fucking Super Kanto isn't even something I've been talking about. Don't get me started on that shit.
Oh god, if we were to get started on Super Kanto, this video would be 2 hours long.
Yes, it would. It might already be 2 hours long. Actually, we've been making great pace, actually.
We have because I'm someone, like, I'll be honest, with tier lists, I kind of get to the point with this shit.
Yeah, I don't have... okay, we might get to a Lachesis rant at some point in here, but...
I mean, we might when we get to Arthur or Julia.
Maybe. Alright. Lester, I don't even know where the fuck to put you, so...
Honestly, I would say put him in C.
Yeah, that's fair. He really is dependent on his dad.
He really is. It's like, he either has to have...
If his dad isn't Jamka or Medir, he sucks. He is actually the worst unit in Gen 2, besides, like, Cannibal.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because he'll just have no good stats. And he comes with minor Olier blood, which is the worst holy blood. Because it's fucking luck. And it's not even like an absurd amount of luck either. It's not like, oh, minor Olier gives 50% luck growth. Then maybe it would be an alright holy blood. But
Yeah.
it only gives him 30% to luck of all things.
I mean, to be fair, luck is kind of actually good in FE4.
It is pretty alright. It's just, if that's your only functional stat, you're not gonna do very much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Lester depends on his dad's. I think that you could argue that he's, like, up here if his dad is one of the archers.
But we're doing this based off, like, the most average, like...
Yeah.
Like, average.
Yeah, again, I do want to try and talk about, like, best case scenarios. Dermot, I'm just gonna consider him Beowulf's kid, because that is so fucking easy to get.
And Thracia just kind of throws it in your face.
Yeah. But even if he's not Beowulf's kid, it's like, he moves below Alex, and that's about... Alec, and that's about it.
Because he is basically still, even if he wasn't Beowulf's kid, he's still just a slightly better Beowulf.
And even then, like, people really like to talk shit about Azel Era. Not Era. People talk shit about Azel Era, rightfully. Azel Lachesis. It's like, that's not a terrible pairing, because Dermot can use magic swords.
And Magic Sword Dermot is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Magic Sword Dermot?
It is very fun. Especially if you pass him down Lachesis' Earth Sword.
Speaking of, that's kind of why I also put Lester in I keep Lester in C's, because he only has decent strength, but he's got the same strength as he does magic a lot of the time, so they'll be the kind of same stat, and because there's no magic of that's pretty damn useless.
Were there any magic bows before Fates?
No.
Huh.
No, so if an archer had magic, there's like legendary bows, but those are just called magical bows because they're in legend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why another thing against Lester that puts him in C.
Yeah, I wish Lester was better.
Same.
He's got blue hair, which in this game generally means you're pretty fucking good. But no.
My question is, why does he have blue hair?
Not a goddamn. I don't know why he's just a fucking mitosis copy of Lex.
Yeah, he is. Holy shit, he is. He's
Like
like Lex at an angle. Holy shit, you're right.
I will never understand why the fuck Lex just asexually reproduced to produce this child. And then fucking Ideen was like, okay, that's my kid. Anyway.
I'm sorry, you're killing me here with this.
Okay, Julia's kind of tough, but I'm gonna put her like.
I'd put her at bottom of C actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about moving her up here. She might be better than Jamka.
She is better than Jamka because she has at least one. She has at least 1-2 range instead of 2 range.
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna sit here and understate how important she is to the final chapter.
Oh yeah, and here's the thing. You can get her on Nosferatu tome easy.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty much the only one that can use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Julia's pretty good if you do use her. And she's not gone for too long, really. She's only gone for basically 2 chapters.
Yeah, she's gone from like chapter 10 to like until the final castle of Endgame.
Mm-hmm. So she is gone for a decent chunk, but you get her after conquering the first castle in chapter 6. So you have her for basically 3 entire chapters. So her availability isn't as bad as I might make it out to be.
And plus, even if you don't train her, from what I understand from people that have talked about this, she can still deal with Julius just fine.
Oh yeah, she can definitely do it at base thanks to the 20 defense and res she gets from Naga.
Yeah.
So, really, Julia's solid. She has one purpose, and that is to fuck up Julius.
Yeah, pretty much. But other than that, she's better than her mom at least because she also gets a whole bunch of events.
Yeah,
like, items just thrown at her.
Yeah, and then, Naga. She actually gets to use it.
Right.
Alright, now we're on to an interesting one. Fee.
Fee.
I'm
the flyer.
like, she's pretty much just Gen 2 Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec, my, browser's lagging.
I see that, but yeah, she's Gen 2 Aaron. I mean, she's got pretty good magic too, so that helps.
Yeah, she can use, like, the Wind Sword really well to deal with Wyvern Riders.
Yeah.
I'll probably put her above Quan.
Yeah, she's definitely a high, the thing is that, she's a mixed magic, here's the thing that didn't work with Lester, but works with her, is that she's a mixed physical magic tank.
Yeah, she can just use, swords really well, so she can actually fight well, too.
And if she needs to target an enemy with low res, she can do that pretty easily most of the time because of her swords.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Lester, who, he'll usually have middling strength, and can't use magic bows because those weren't invented for another 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why did it take them so long to think of that?
I think it's because they didn't really do a magic split with weapon and bows. I don't know, actually.
Like, it just took them a weirdly long time for, like, no reason.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're on to an interesting one. Fucking Arthur.
Arthur, so many people... Yeah, C is where he belongs, because the only way to make him above C, in my opinion, is if you made him, like, made Lewin his dad, but even then, but we're just talking about those, again, we're talking about the average.
The problem with Arthur is some dads put him down here.
Yes.
Most dads will put him, like, right here, and then Lewin puts him up here.
Actually, I'd say Lewin puts him an A, because...
Yeah, you fucking Chapter 6 for SETI is...
And then for
It's so
Horse.
absurd. And then fucking Horse for SETI
Yeah.
is...
But because you're not... because the average pairing... But because we're considering the average pairing here, he just is top of C. Because he's decent at what he does, but on average he's not going to be a god moment.
Yeah, he'll do a good job of what he does. Really, the best dads for him are, like, Lewin, Azel, and Claude. All three can make him really, really good. And really, that's probably the only three you'll even consider for him. But...
I mean, in a normal run, yeah, but
yeah.
other run, unless you're doing a meme run and then everyone just pairs.
Yeah. Because I think I'm going to put him at the bottom of B tier, considering that he has three really, really good dads that'll make him a great unit. Because Azel makes him Ass Blast Commander. He won't hit you twice, but oh, he'll hit you. Fucking Forseti.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, Claude makes him this super well-balanced out motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
He turns out really balanced for some ungodly reason with Claude as his dad.
Claude's already super balanced himself.
True. Claude overall is just a really underrated dad, really.
He is, but that's because, like, mage children are kind of weird in Gen 2.
Mm-hmm. It's because there's just really not a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly. You see, Claude has limited pairings that he can help out with.
It's like, you get Arthur, and then... what? The next one is Ced? No, it's Tinny. It's Tinny,
No,
but that's
no,
the same
Ced.
pairing. But yeah, Ced's the only other real mage pairing other than
Well,
Tailtooth's
thing,
kids.
Tinny Claude would not have the holy major holy blood, so she couldn't use Valkyria.
Mm-hmm. Does he get staves on promotion, Arthur?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure on that.
Yeah, mage knights have like a C rank in staves usually.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, but if you did like Claude Arthur, he'd have the star rank.
Yeah.
So he'd be a mobile recover.
Mm-hmm. Which is a very solid thing to be.
Yes. But that's pretty much what. But yeah, so at his like weirdest mage pairing, like yeah, so B rank is perfect for him, I'd say.
Yeah, he's sort of bottom of B rank, top of C rank. He can sort of swap between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're on to the brothers. Which I don't even know which one's which. I think this is the mounted one.
Yeah, that's Johan. He's the mounted one.
I don't think anyone's gonna argue with me on this.
No, he is just worse legs.
He just sucks. He doesn't do anything for you. Cause
Yeah,
like,
he
what
doesn't-
are his growths?
His growths are shit. Like, I'm looking them right now for Johan.
Yeah, he's got oh! Wait, he's got the 50% speed growth.
Yes. Okay, that's his best. Like, yeah, he's got that one. He's got that 50% speed growth compared to his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with but the reason I'd always say that Johan Vieira is better is because even though he's got a shitty speed growth, you get Resire, or you get Nosferatu if you choose him.
Yeah, that's fair.
And honestly, I'd rather have Resire
Let me pull them up. One sec.
Yeah.
It's really weird looking these two up because they have weird names on the wiki.
Yeah. Uchar and Usharba.
Oh, another big thing that Lucharba has over his brother is 50% skill growth, so he'll actually be able to hit things with axes.
Oh, yeah. His skill growth and also his insane defense growth. Oh, wait, they both have 60% defense.
Yeah, they both have 60% defense, 110 HP, and 40% strength. They just swap around their skill and speed growths.
Yeah, one's the more speedy brother and the other is more skillful.
Which, considering that neither of them ever get pursuit, skill is gonna matter a lot more.
Yeah.
So, they both suck though.
They really do. Like they belong in D, but yeah, I put them bottom of D to be honest because they're the worst units of Gen 2, hands down. Like honestly, I even think Hannibal is slightly better than them.
Yeah, you could definitely make an argument that Hannibal is better.
Yeah, and we'll get to Hannibal when we get to fucking Hannibal.
He's a unit. Anyway, now we're on to the big boy. Now the question is he S tier or is he top of A tier? Because this motherfucker has Balmung and will rape the game if you will let him.
I'd say S tier.
That's fair.
Because here's the thing, even without Balmung, he's got amazing speed, he's got decent strength.
He's got fucking great skill because of his major blood.
Oh yeah, exactly. And honestly, he's just all around great.
Mm-hmm.
Even if his growths aren't the best, and the game, much like Oife, supplements him with all sorts of top combos that boost him up.
Yeah, here, one second. I'm gonna pull him up, actually.
Yeah. You're pulling up Shannon?
Yeah. Because I'm curious. Yeah, he's got an 80% skill growth, and Astra in this game is just skill percent chance.
Yeah.
Then he gets another plus 10 with Balmung. So,
Yeah.
at base, he has a 32% chance of just obliterating someone's entire bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you can't ignore that. He's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, sorry. And then fucker's got Adapt 2, which on top of his high base speed is gonna make him fucking... You can probably see this guy pretty consistently hit like 20 times in one round of combat.
I've actually once gotten him to do I once had like a minute of combat with Shannon.
Well, damn.
Because he just kept proccing Adept and Astra and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I put the Brave Sword on him.
And then the boss procced Pavice on literally every turn. Anyway.
Only about 6 of them actually.
Well, damn. Them's good odds.
Yeah.
Alright, Patty literally just do. There's, no difference between these two, basically.
There really isn't. She's basically there to just be like, here's money for everybody.
Here's muns. Yes. Take money.
But the problem is that, she also comes in the worst situation that anyone in the history of Fire Emblem could.
Yeah, she's fucking surrounded by dark mages and has to just pray to God Shannon doesn't miss.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, enough about her. Now we're on to one of the most interesting units in the game, and possibly the franchise, FE4 Leaf.
I will die on that fucking hill.
I can make an argument for here, and I can make an argument for here. So I'm gonna average that out to, middle of A tier.
Yes, okay, the reason why I say A tier is because he gets the amazing promotion from Master Knight, he gets good skills from his parents, because he can't change his fucking parents.
I'm gonna put him right there for now. It's sort of tentative.
And, again, Master Knight is such a top tier class.
Yeah, the big problem with Leaf is that you do have to get him there first.
And that's but the thing is, that's easy. Because here's the thing: the enemies that come at you in Chapter 7 are axe armor.
Mm-hmm. So if you have a well-built Leaf, he'll probably be able to deal with them pretty easy.
Oh, for sure. Especially because there's I think it's a skill ring right outside of his castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is.
Like, and he's surrounded by woods, so you can just put him in the woods. Those fuckers don't have a chance against him.
Usually I think it's better to just have him sit on the town.
I mean, fair, that works too.
Because, like, what does he come with? Adapt and critical. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. That critical in FE4 is amazing because they calculate damage before they subtract defense.
Yeah, and then he's got fucking phenomenal growths for, like, no goddamn reason. Like, this motherfucker, ultimate 0 to hero unit.
I mean, you know how inheritance works in FE4, right?
I mean, it doesn't really affect their growths.
It does, actually.
I mean, I know it does, but not for Leaf.
Oh, yeah, but the inheritance does explain Leaf's high growth, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he's got fucking 2 minor bloods, too.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really generalist ones, but I think they cover, like, all of his stats, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, overall, Leaf, great unit. He takes a little while to get going, but if you give him that little bit of time to get to level 20, then he promotes into Master Knight, best promotion in the series, into the best class in the series. I will fight anyone on this.
Oh, yeah. Master Knight is the best promotion in the series. No one will disagree with you on that. It's smart, anyway.
I think there's an argument that there are rivals for the best class in the series, but Master Knight is, like, firmly number 1, I'd say.
I mean, the best promotion in the game, though, is one that you can't even get without hacking, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah.
Play binary so you can get Master Knight Quan and laugh all the way through Chapter 3. Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, Nana. This is going to be an interesting one because I'd put her up here. But
I honestly, like, there's an argument that she's either next to the Chisis or up there.
because the thing about Nana is that she does depend a little bit on her dad. But generally she's going to turn out well because of her Hizul blood, giving her plus 30% strength growth.
Oh, yeah. And she's got amazing healing utility off the bat with, like, even with, like, C rank staves.
Mm-hmm. Alright, one sec. I'm having to wait for the wiki to load. Because, like,
I can pull up her real quick.
let's use Beowulf again, just because he's the most common dad for these kids. Oh. Okay, yeah, the wiki's being fucky-wucky.
Oh, I've got it up.
Awesome.
So, what do you want me to look up? Because, yeah, so Beowulf as the dad, like, her growths are also amazing. She will gain HP pretty much every level.
Pretty much. Does she not have a 100%?
She has a 100%. She
Oh,
has
cool.
a 100%.
Cool.
She has a 70% strength growth with Beowulf.
Yeah, she will bonk things.
Mm-hmm. And she gets an A rank in swords, which, like, if you pass down from the Keesis like a silver sword or something, you get a second one of those.
Oh yeah, she will. Let's just say she will make Leaf look like a little bitch if you build her right.
I mean, the only thing that sucks about, like, the default idea of Beowulf being her dad is her low magic of 5%.
Mm-hmm. Granted, she can use Mend at base.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be good enough. I forget its exact numbers, but it's pretty solid in this game.
Hold on 1 second. Yes?
Just at base. You good?
Sorry about that.
It's alright. Alright.
You there?
Yeah. I was just talking about how she could use Mend at base, and that's probably going to be good enough most of the time. Alright, now one sec. I need to close out of some tabs. Because my PC is chug-a-luggin'.
Here's the thing. Okay, Mend in genealogy is C rank. Okay, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mend, I thought Mend was B rank in FE4.
Yep, I always thought it was too until I found out.
Jesus, what the fuck is with this game in staves?
I don't fucking know, man. And then you have fucking the Silent Staff, which costs as much as fucking Valkyrie to repair.
Yeah.
It's like turning off magic for a little bit. Reviving the dead. That's equivalent.
I mean, all stative staves. Actually, I get why they make stative staves so expensive.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. It's just... I just don't know why they didn't make fucking the Valkyrie staff 50,000.
I mean, for one use, that would be... I think people would complain and never use it.
People already complain and never use it.
That's true. That's true, but I'm kind of glad it's the cheapest of the holy weapons.
Yeah. Anyway, on to Finn for Gen 2. He's gonna go right there.
I can say yes, like...
He's just vibing with Gen 1 Finn, because I actually took a lot of Gen 2 into consideration, because I didn't realize there was a separate Gen 2 Finn.
Okay, because I was gonna say, the thing with Finn is that if you didn't use him much in Gen 1, he sucks in Gen 2, but everyone's gonna use Finn in Gen 1 if you're smart.
Yeah, because he is a very nice unit in Gen 1.
Oh, for sure.
And then you get the Brave Lance, and oh, he is just so nice.
Yeah, but there's not really much to say about Finn. He's like the top of A rank next to Lex.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this one might be a little controversial.
No, I agree.
But...
disagrees. Okay, if you have a holy weapon off the bat, you're gone. Fuck you.
Ares is a fucking monster in this game.
He is, like, he comes as critical. Or no, wait, Mistletoe comes as critical.
Mm-hmm.
He's got amazing strength. He's got, like, I've got his growth rates and everything up here. Like, he's got...
Doesn't he have a 90% strength growth?
Yes, he does.
God, man. That... Fun fact, by the way, for anyone who's wondering about the math here, that means that he has a 30% base personal strength growth before Holy Blood.
Yep.
That is how fucking absurd Holy Blood is.
I mean, I'm pulling up Hazel Blood right now.
It gives, I have the Holy Blood page pulled up.
Yeah,
It gives 20% HP and 30% strength.
Right.
And that's for the minor. So, those are just doubled for major.
Oh yeah, and he's... So yeah, that 90% strength, combined with the fact that Mistletoe is a sword with 30 might, because all holy weapons have 30 might.
Yep. He is probably the highest damage unit in the game.
And he also gets plus 20 skill, which, for his critical skill...
Yeah, he will crit at more or as often as Shannon triggers Astra.
Yes.
And those are fairly equivalent situations.
And he uses a sword holy weapon. Swords in this game are the best weapons in this game.
I mean, there's a reason why the users of Tyrfing, Mistletoe, and Balmung are the S rank.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason Seliph isn't A rank, or isn't S rank, is because you have to train him, you have to baby him a bit.
Yeah, he comes as a mediocre footlocked unit.
Yeah.
And assuming, like, pretty average inheritance... Okay, assuming average inheritance for, like, an average player, that's probably going to be, like, pimped out. But assuming more, like, moderate inheritance...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just doesn't perform as well. If you want to talk about capped out Seliph, he's the best unit in the game.
Yeah, but that's
But
capped out Seliph, and you have to build to that shit.
yeah. And capping Seliph out, you can get him to promotion by Chapter 7 very easily.
Yeah.
But there's not much of a point in it, as we talked about earlier.
Exactly.
I also realized, I promised in the last video I'd talk about what makes Sigurd so good when I talked about Seliph. So let's just do that real quick. He comes as a mount, perfect availability in Gen 1, Silver Sword, Pursuit, great stats. What else is there to say?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that's played FE4 will never argue. Like, if you argue that Sigurd is not like the best of Gen 1, you're kind of stupid. I'm not gonna be kind here. You're kind of a fucking moron.
I can make an argument that Ares is a little bit better, but
Even then, like
Sigurd has the boon of literally perfect availability for his generation.
And he's like the only unit that comes like A-rank swords at the start.
So he can, that Silver Sword may as well be a perf weapon.
Yes, exactly. I wish it was a perf weapon.
Honestly, I'm kind of sad that in Heroes they didn't just give him like the Crusader's sword, which is just his Silver Sword. But
I mean, they wanted to power creep over. They wanted the dad to power creep the son.
Anyway, enough about Sigurd. There's not a lot to say about him because he's a perfect unit, basically.
Yes, exactly. Dance. Next is Dancer. Dancer goes Dancer.
Same reasons as Sylvia. They're the exact same unit.
Just don't know what.
They're the exact same unit.
Yeah. The stats don't matter. All that matters is pretty woman go dance.
Yes. Alright, Tinny I don't actually know how to rate. I've never used Tinny.
Oh, I use Tinny a fair amount. The problem is that she relies heavily on her inheritance. And that's the problem. You have to baby her up to shit.
Is she better than Jamka?
I would say so. Here's the thing. Footlocked with magic is better than Jamka for the most part by default. It's not...
Is she better than Julia?
Yes. Oh, no. She's not better than Julia.
Okay, then I'll put her right there.
Because here's the thing, she still comes in Chapter 7, which gives her 4 chapters of time to use her. Compared to, say, Talchu.
Yeah.
Who comes in Chapter 3.
Who gets, like, basically a chapter and a half. So...
Yes.
But, yeah.
And then you...
I haven't used Tinny, so just take the floor, buddy.
Yeah, Tinny... The thing about Tinny is that she is really good. Like, she's like a better version of her mother solely because inheritance is a hell of a drug for games. Even with Azel as her father, she's still really good. Like, but the thing is that you have to actively baby her. Like, I always end Gen 1 with the Paragon ring on her. On Talchu. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Tinny can be built up. But the thing is, that's one of the only real ways you can do that.
Tinny's just really inconsistent from all I know.
Oh yeah, that's her biggest issue, is that she has no real consistency.
Speaking of consistency,
Faval.
Is he worse than Jamka?
I'd say he's better. Here's the thing, Jamka's bottom of C, hands down, in my opinion. The reason I say that is because at least Faval, by default, always will have Newfell.
True.
And you've got to consider that. But the problem is, he's a footlocked archer.
Yeah, another thing, Ufel sucks.
Yes, Newfell is the worst holding weapon.
Literally fucking Killer Bow is better than Ufel.
It is.
So,
Even...
he just happens to have a holy weapon. It doesn't mean much, though.
Yeah, like, the Ufel, I feel bad for the Ufel because it actually gives decent stat increases, but that hit rate of 70.
And then it doesn't even give the full plus 30. It only gives plus 10 to 2 stats.
Yeah, it gives a plus 20, which, jeez.
Like, imagine if they had given it plus 10 strength, what was the other thing it gives?
Gives plus 10 speed.
Imagine if they just added plus 10 skill to that. How much better the UFL would be.
That'd be amazing because that plus 10 skill would help out that 70% hit. That's the big thing. That 70% fucking hit.
Yeah, the fucking killer bow has 100% hit.
Yes, because here's the thing. FE4 is one of the most dodge-tanky games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
If your weapon is in 70% is considered low accuracy.
Isn't it shared with, like,
FE4.
axes?
Yes. Axes have a 70% hit rate and they did that intentionally because most of your enemies are going to be axe units.
Mm-hmm.
It's why they make up with all of your axe playable units having amazing skill.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh, we decided to make the axe playable, but we want to make axes the worst weapon so that easy kill EXP. With bows, it's like...
They made it the worst weapon unintentionally.
Bows have always sucked.
Bows sucked outside of Guided, Echoes, Fates, and Three Houses.
Yeah.
I wish bows were better. I like my archers.
Honestly, here's the thing. That's what I like about Three Houses, is that Three Houses, archers are supposed to be sword and bow units.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, what archers need is, you know how FE4 enemies have that swap for weapons?
Yeah.
Archers need that by default.
Yeah, that would be fair enough. Man,
Imagine
you know what they could have done?
what?
You know how fucking sages get knives in Tellius?
Yeah. Give those to archers.
Give those to snipers. Let snipers just shank a bitch.
Actually, no, give them to archers by default because if you give them to archers, that makes them usable. Because if you wait till they're snipers to have them have knives...
Yeah, you sort of lose out on their vulnerable section.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah, just give archers knives, please. Insist. I know you're not watching me. My friends don't even watch me.
I watch ya.
We literally had a discussion before this. Anyway.
Oh wait, I have not watched part 1 of this video, but
Yeah.
I watch you regularly.
Pog. And then okay, this guy is gonna be a little bit tough. Not gonna lie.
He's not in E rank. If you put him in E rank, I will fight you.
Oh.
Oh, you
One
froze.
sec. Yeah, one sec. He's not S rank.
The thing, he's only S rank if we count his default dad as Lewin.
Yeah.
But even then, I'd put him I'd put him in A rank. Because
he's somewhere in high A rank. I just don't know where.
I'd put him right below Dermot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because here's the thing, he is an amazing unit no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even just gonna say this, even his replacement Hawk is like A rank if you play like a replacement run like I've done.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough.
Because here's the thing, he's got high enough speed, like his speed by default is amazing. Even without having Lewin as his dad.
Yeah. I mean, his speed is so good with Lewin as his dad that it fucking overflows.
Yeah, I'm going through like his speeds, like his lowest speed is with fucking Arden. And even then his like speed it's with Noish. And even then that's a 35% speed growth, which is good.
Yeah, that's very solid for this game. Especially for him, who... Is said this game's Gato?
No, that's in Thracia. In Thracia, he's the Gato.
I feel like I could make an argument that he is in this game as well. Anyway, enough about me comprehending... It's sure as hell not Hannibal. I'm telling you that much.
Hannibal. This
Yeah, it really doesn't. It has the Nagatome. That's what it has.
Yeah.
That's what FE4 has.
But yeah, Zed belongs in A rank, hands down. The thing is that, like, if we considered him by default Lewin's kid, he'd be an S, but we can't consider that.
Yeah. He's always going to be an A rank. He'll just sort of swap between bottom of A rank and middle A rank.
Yes.
Because there is no way to make Zed anything but great.
Yes.
Also, after this, we only have 3 more units to talk about. Huh.
We do. We've been actually, yeah, we've got 3 more because for some reason Aron's on this list.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck he's here.
They always it's a problem with the tier list itself.
I'll put Arian in hard to determine.
Yeah.
Not because it's hard to determine his usefulness. It's hard to determine why he's here. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Next person that I think belongs is
Hannibal.
Put him above the Axe Bros.
Yeah, he's definitely above these 2. But is he above Tail 2?
No.
That's fair.
No. I normally don't get fisticuffy or whatever the fuck the term is. But I will fucking knuckle off.
I don't think that's a term, buddy.
I don't care. Fisticuffy. New term. And then it might be.
Alright, the lad we all wish was better.
He's a healer. I'd put him in the...
Yeah, really. He's a healer who just comes later than all the other healers. And is low-key worse than a substitute. But let's not talk about that one. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, actually no. People always say that Charlot is better than Corporal, but he isn't. He really isn't. The only difference is, yes, he comes as Paragon, but Charlot just has better, pretty much, or not Charlot. Corporal has better everything.
Yeah.
It's like
They're both just really meh units that you probably shouldn't use unless you really want to train them.
Yeah. I mean, I train them because I'm insane like that.
Alright. Now we have...
The Queen herself.
God, I wish you were better.
Yeah.
God, I wish you were better. Would I be wrong putting her in C tier?
No, you wouldn't. People would kill you, but I agree. C tier is amazing for her.
I love Altena. I love her.
No, top of C. Top of C.
Okay, yes, because she is definitely better than Lester.
Because she comes with a holy weapon.
Mm-hmm. Gabolg. Even if Gabolg is kind of meh.
Yeah, the Gabolg, that's her big problem. The Gabolg it's better than the fucking Ufel, but still meh.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's everyone except the substitutes. I might do the substitutes at some later date after I do a substitute run. But the only ones that I have any experience with are Lelia and Charlo.
Yeah.
And that's just because of my first ever playthrough. I kind of forgot to pair Sylvia. Like, unironically, I just forgot to do it.
Fun fact, I didn't even know about the second generation when I first played FE4.
Well, ain't you a lucky bastard?
Like, I actually went into FE4 completely unspoiled.
I went an FE4 knowing about Harvest and shit, and it was like, oh, this is still, like, the best gaming experience I've ever had.
I mean, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna say, before we end this, knowing about the thing is different than actually experiencing it.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to know what's gonna happen.
It's one thing to know what's gonna happen, and it's one thing to be fucking livid while you watch it happen.
Yes, exactly.
But, yeah, so... I like how our S tier turned.
I mean, the thing with the S tier is that there's, like, a lot of the units could be argued for S tier, but the thing is, Gen 2 is so hard for the most part because people will always talk about inheritance.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, really the only units that I could see like going up to S tier are like Sed and Seliph. Those are the only two that I could really see going up to S tier from Inheritance.
Arthur, because of Horse Seti.
Well, I'd probably put Arthur like up in top of A because you do have to get to Horse.
But it's super easy with Forseti.
Yeah, it is pretty easy.
But yeah, he would still be top of A, you're right. But
Yeah, I wouldn't quite put him in S tier, but you could definitely argue him for S tier very easily.
yeah, also, I like that it speaks a lot that Shannon is like a foot unit that's an S tier.
It's just because Shannon and Ares serve a very similar role in like the later game, of where they're your kill button. They're your button for I want that motherfucker dead and I want him dead now.
They helped kill Brian in Endgame.
Yeah, real shit.
Although, actually, fun fact, in my original run of FE4, I conquered the castle without facing Brian, and I also somehow put Ishtar to sleep.
Okay, you witch.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, but I put Ishtar to sleep, and then did kill her.
FE4 is wild, man. Anyway.
I did kill her eventually, but that's a whole other story.
Well, we're gonna end it here now. If anyone has any thoughts or opinions, go and leave them in the comments. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Not to GreatRieck, though, because GreatRieck's an asshole.
I'm an asshole, I'm proud.
And I'll see y'all later.
See y'all.
Sayonara.